Hello, 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 hello. So, real quick, all this is new stuff, so I thought I'd show you. This is my room and all that good stuff. You know, drink it and such. It's still the same person. Everything's just slightly different. I just wanted to show you. I ain't done that yet. But today we're looking at Guga Foods. Your boy likes to cook, and apparently, he did the most American thing I've ever seen. He apparently boiled a huge brisket in Coca-Cola. So I don't know how this is gonna end up, but I was so intrigued. I just wanted to take a look, and I decided to take y'all with me. Let's dive in.
On today's video, I'm boiling a brisket in Coca-Cola. Now you
Jesus
might
Christ.
think I'm crazy, but there's a reasonable reason why I'm doing it.
I mean, it can't
You
be
see,
that bad, right?
everyone loves brisket. Usually it's
I'm not gonna lie. My knee-jerk reaction is that looks disgusting, but I feel like when they cut it open, succulent.
cooked for hours in a smoker. And let me tell you something, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
However, if there's any cheat code that we can use in order to
Jesus
make brisket at home,
Look at the darkness on this. Look at look at this crust right here. Yeah, yeah. That's some
more
brisket.
people will cook it and it will turn out better. And I really hope that on this video I can break the code. Let me explain. The first thing we need is a brisket.
Of
I'm a
course.
true believer on quality because if you start off with good meat, the end product will be amazing. This is a phenomenal prime brisket. It is 23 pounds, huge. And the first thing we need to do is to trim it. And most importantly, get rid of the fat that will not render through the cooking process. For this cooking method, it is important to save all of the trimmings as well. And I'll show you the reason why shortly. But once I was done with the trimming, it was still too big to fit on
I was
a
about to
regular
say, that's
pot.
gonna take
So I decided to go
hours.
ahead and take out one of the best parts, which is this one right here. It's called the point. It's fatty, delicious, and most people prefer this. I want you to notice one thing. Both of them still have the same muscle, which is called the flat. This is the least tender part, and it is what we will be judging when we try it. Because if Coca-Cola can
Okay.
make this brisket fantastic, we are on to something. Talking about that, we all
I'm not gonna lie. I would have tried it with Dr. Pepper. I like Dr. Pepper better, but you know, whatever. I might. No, I wouldn't try it with root beer. Root beer is too sweet. But I mean, you could probably say the same thing about Dr. Pepper. Whatever.
know this ingredient. Coke, a sugary drink that is widely available in the entire planet. Did you know that 1.9 billion drinks are served daily? That's a
Did you also know that you can use Coke to get off acid corrosion on your batteries in your car, and yet we still drink this shit? Look, I'm not saying don't drink, because I do too. I'd be a fucking hypocrite if I said that, but also at the same time, god damn. Like, if it can do that, what do you think it's doing to your insides?
lot of Coke. But if we cook the brisket with just
I
Coke,
just realized BBC Big Black Coke. My fault.
it's not going to be
fault.
fantastic. Believe me. I've done this experiment with chicken, and even though it turned out okay, it wasn't
No.
the best because it needs some type of savory. But here's my secret weapon, soy sauce. And we all know what soy sauce
Okay.
tastes like. Made from soybeans, it is one of the most popular sauce there is. This will give the savoriness that I'm looking for. And for some aromatics, I'll be using this, garlic, ginger, and green onions.
Yep.
So the
Oh,
first
green
thing to
onions,
do is
right.
to
I
add
said
a
that, right.
generous
I said
amount
that.
of soy sauce. Notice that I'm using the low sodium one. Then you want to go ahead and add all of the aromatics, followed by
Ginger.
even more soy sauce.
Jesus.
Stir that around and bring it to a simmer. Let it simmer for at least 5 minutes so that the flavors can infuse into the soy sauce mix. As then you want to
You
put
keep saying soy sauce, and it made me think. Y'all seen how soy sauce is made? It's kind of interesting. I'm a nerd like that, but whatever.
the heat down and slowly add in your brisket. The idea here is to submerge the whole thing, and most importantly, make sure that the entire brisket is fully covered with the soy sauce. Now you're probably thinking, where's the Coke? Well, first we want to get the savoriness in the brisket. So you want to let it cook without Coke for 30 minutes. As then it's time to add in the Coke, a generous amount. To be specific, 1 entire bottle. Now my hopes is that this will do two
So
things.
like a 20 ounce?
Number 1, balance out the savoriness from the soy sauce, and number 2, add some sweetness to the brisket, making it taste even better. But if I'm being completely honest, there's one thing missing, and that would be acidity. Because believe me when I tell you, acid really balances things out. And there's
It
another
does, especially
sauce
when you're
that has
cooking.
plenty of it, and that would be this, ponzu sauce. Made very
Ponzu
similar with
sauce.
soy sauce, but it has the acidity of lemon flavors that when it combines with beef, it is just better. So I went ahead and poured a generous amount of ponzu sauce.
Chat, write that down. Ponzu sauce, write that down.
The more, the better, followed by all of the same aromatics. Then I threw the brisket in there and made sure to cover the whole thing with it. But then I thought, for this one, I won't be adding any Coca-Cola. And that's because this one has the acidity, which soy sauce doesn't have. And it made me wonder which one was going to turn out better, the soy sauce and Coke or the ponzu boiled brisket. I could tell you one thing, the smell that is coming out from both of them is phenomenal. so I really have high hopes. And I made sure to keep basting the brisket as many times as necessary to ensure that the entire thing was coated with that flavor. Because once I was almost done, there is also one thing that I like on a brisket, and that would be a nice bark. And in order to do that,
I was about to
can't
say, like,
keep
how are you
boiling
getting
it. We need dry heat. And since I have a smoker, I went ahead and threw it in there. Now, just in case you don't have one, you can...
Y'all got a smoker? Is that any good? I was thinking about getting one. I live out in the country, so definitely getting a smoker would be something I would do. But also, I live around bears, so like I don't want to like start smoking some shit and then have a bear come smoke my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Also use your oven, as we want to dry out the crust as much as possible. And as that was happening, I decided to go ahead and make an awesome side dish.
Hey, yo.
This one is going to please everyone. And most importantly, we're using the trimmings from the brisket, utilizing the whole thing. As you can clearly see, this is what was left. Notice the ridiculous amount of fat that it still has. It does not matter what you do, that is not going to render. So you might as well take it all out. Once I was done with the trimming, take a look. Nice, clean, and ready to be smoked. For the seasoning, I kept it real simple. A generous amount of salt and black pepper. And remember, on today's experiment, I actually did not season any of the previous meat. That's because the sauces will infuse all the flavor. Believe me, that was no need. But this one definitely does. So now that they're fully seasoned, inside of the smoker they go to cook. As next, we want to make a delicious mac and cheese, which is quite simple.
So what are we thinking about the mac and cheese? Because I don't know about you, but when black people make the mac and cheese, gooey, ooey gooey. So like this has a bit of ooey gooey, but has like the viscosity to keep it together. So this is looking pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd give it like an 8. I'd give it 8, 9, something like that. That looks pretty good. A little visual appeal. I haven't tried it yet. I wonder if he's gonna like make the recipe for this.
A delicious mac and cheese, which is quite simple. Into a pan, you want to throw in some butter. As soon as it's fully melted, you want to go ahead and throw in some all-purpose flour. Go ahead and cook that up for a little bit. As soon as it starts smelling like pie dough, go ahead and throw in some milk. Mix it all up as everything is going to start thickening up.
See, I see what he did there. He used milk. I probably used whole milk. I understand. I use heavy whipping cream though. Gives it that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Gives it that.
On you real quickly. Then you want to add some cheddar cheese. Keep stirring it and cooking it under medium heat.
Cheddar,
as you'll be making an incredible cheese sauce. In the end, check it out. It's that simple. Now you want to go ahead and boil some macaroni. Just make sure to follow the instructions in the packaging. As once it's done, you want to drain the whole thing, add a generous amount of that cheese sauce we previously made, and mix it all together. As all there's...
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See how it's like sticky like that? I feel like he added just a little. Well, I mean, for this, I'm not saying I'm a better cook or anything, but what I am saying is I'd probably use a little bit less flour because I kind of want it slightly runnier than that. At least that's how I do it. Slightly runnier than that.
What's left to do is to go ahead and plate it.
But that does look good though.
So first I added a generous layer of the mac and cheese, followed by some Parmigiano Reggiano and a tiny bit of chives.
You know, I haven't
now
done
we're missing the toppings, and by this time my leftover brisket was done. So I went ahead and started to cut on chunks. And as you can clearly see, this thing is nice and juicy.
It's juicy, nice, got the nice bark on it, but the seasoning's still on it too. Man, that's a piece. That's a piece right there.
Definitely never want to throw away your trimmings. There's so many things that we can do with it. So all there's left to do is to place it on top of the mac and cheese, and there we have it. That is today's side dish. And I can tell you one thing, it's going to be delicious. And hopefully a perfect pairing for today's experiment. Talking about that, take a look. This is what we're left with. The ponzu brisket on the left and the Coca-Cola one on the right. Notice how much the Coca...
I'm not gonna lie. This looks like a cancerous lung. I know it's brisket, but like my knee-jerk reaction to seeing that is that if you eat that, you die. I'm gonna eat it.
The color is darker, but both of them have a wonderful smell. And as soon as I started slicing it, wow, it is nice and juicy. And even though they were previously boiled in very special liquids, they are nice and tender. And I cannot wait to find out which one will be better. The soy Coca-Cola one or the ponzu. But now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat. So let's do it.
Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Meter. Happy holidays, everyone. There's nothing better than getting the family together around a huge holiday feast. And there's one tool you need to make sure everything is cooked to perfection. I'm talking about Meter. The advanced wireless technology guarantees your holiday dishes are perfectly cooked without the guesswork.
Okay, so this is why this is vaguely familiar. I was actually thinking about getting one of these because I wanted to make a steak. The other day, I was thinking about making a steak. Y'all make steak, chat?
Allowing you to be a stress-free host for your visiting friends and family. Want to check on that roast? Just open the super easy-to-use Meter app, and voila! You'll see real-time temps from anywhere. That's what I call ultimate control, baby. Whether you're roasting, grilling, or deep frying, the Meter Pro collection handles it all. You can get 1, 2, or 4 probe thermometers. It's the perfect gift for the foodie in your life or your secret weapon for hosting the holidays like a pro. You'll be serving the juiciest turkey or prime rib for your family and friends with confidence. Meter will make sure your meals are always cooked to perfection. For a limited time, get exclusive deals on the Meter website, but hurry, these offers won't last long. Thanks again, Meter, for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to make this holiday season stress-free and delicious, because now let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful feast. Gentlemen, I hope you're hungry.
This is a feast. You got my attention.
It is incredible because, believe it or not, look at the amount of meat we have here, and this is one brisket.
This is only one brisket?
One brisket. That's why I love this cut, everybody. You can do so many things with it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, enough. We're going to start right here. There's no such thing as control today, okay?
Depending on how good this is and what they give it, kind of want to try it myself, but also make the birria tacos out of this. Just to see. Just to see. It's probably sacrilegious, but like, why not, right?
I really want to know your honest opinion. Let me know if it tastes any different, if anything weird or whatever it might be.
It smells smoky, but it doesn't have a
smoke ring.
A smoke ring, yeah.
Fair enough. Let's see if it's any good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Better be.
It tastes good.
Oh wow, savory. Very, very savory.
Nice crust.
Delicious crust.
Okay.
What if I tell you you can cook this half of the time of a regular brisket? Half of the time, and this amount of flavor? Damn.
The only thing that makes you like weird about it is the fact that it doesn't have a smoke ring, but still got the smoke flavor, so we're still good. It's a little acidic.
But it also comes like in the back. Not too overpowering. Is it overpowering?
No. I think the fat.
See, I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking, because I'm thinking that because you said it was going to be slightly more acidic. So that's good to see. It's good to hear. But how would this compare to the one with the Coke? That's what I want to know. That's what I came here for.
I don't know about you guys, but I love it. You?
Thumbs up.
You?
I'm still going for it. It's a thumbs up for me.
It is a phenomenal brisket. So this one here are actually the leftover of the point, the fattiest part of the brisket. Give me an honest opinion here. A nice mac and cheese with a more traditional style brisket, this one. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm still fucking that up regardless, bro. That looks amazing.
Heaven door just opened up, everybody.
What's so creamy? I'm gonna say it right now. I've had a lot of mac and cheese with brisket. That is the single best mac and cheese with brisket I've ever had.
So
Real quick, would you have it in chunks like this, or would you have it shredded? Because I feel like I'd have it shredded. I'd have it shredded, like mixed in with it. You know what I mean?
creamy, cheesy, gooey, and you put that brisket right on top.
You get that extra salt from the brisket with the mac and cheese, and it kind of blows up the mac and cheese even more.
It's like icing on the cake, but with protein.
That'll have everybody in the neighborhood talking about your mac and cheese.
I agree. Now here's the deal. This one's a little,
It's a
little sus.
I want to go back to the mac and cheese.
A little sus.
So I don't know about this one here, because this one here, I put a very special ingredient on it that you would never expect to be on a brisket. However, I have a feeling it's gonna be good. Let's give it a try.
It might
Cheers,
be.
everybody.
Cheers. Very different. Less flavor.
Very
Slightly
different.
sweet.
I don't hate it though.
No, it's not bad.
I don't hate it at all.
It has a little bit less of a bold extra flavor. It's a little sweet as well.
Little sweet.
A little sweet.
Yeah, but
That's what I figured.
not too much.
No, at all.
I actually enjoy it, but if I'm being completely honest, not as good as this one here.
I picked that one as well. I'm with this one right now.
Yeah, 100%.
I see,
everybody.
I
This
see.
one is phenomenal. By the way, this one was done in soy sauce, but I added a special ingredient, your favorite drink.
Coca-Cola, that's why it's sweet. Oh my God.
I want to put a little bit of Coca-Cola in there and bring some sweetness. Here's what I will say, okay? I've done it separately
okay.
with only soy sauce, and it is phenomenal, okay? Just like when I did the chicken. You should definitely give that a go. But we gotta have a special ingredient.
See, the soy sauce with the chicken sounds good because you'd make something out of that. But like, he said earlier you did it with Coke with the chicken. I can't condone
Try
that.
out to see if it's good or not.
Sacrilegious.
To bring some sweetness. Be careful with the soy sauce, because if you put only soy sauce, it's too salty. That's what happened with my brisket when I did it completely in soy sauce. So to melt down the soy sauce, I put some Coke.
A little sweetness.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe I put too much.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It's not bad.
It's not bad, but this is the winner.
This is the, well, if you really want to take anything away from this video, make this.
Yeah.
Because goddamn, that's good. That was really good.
I know, fair enough, fair enough.
Ponzu sauce brisket will be phenomenal.
Ponzu sauce. I gotta remember that. Ponzu sauce. I got to try that. I got to try that. But I'm glad we figured this out. What do y'all think? Would y'all try it? Have y'all tried this? And if y'all have, put it down in the comments what happened. But yeah, y'all be easy.